Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our second meeting for differential equations. So for today, we will be continuing our discussion with elimination ng tinatawag nating arbitrary constant and then applying it to yung tinatawag nating family of curves or families of curves. What are they? And then we will be solving some solutions of differential equation and try to prove if such solution is indeed the solution for a particular function or equation. Okay, so here is our outline for today. We will be starting off with an introduction of arbitrary constant. Then we will discuss how we can eliminate yung tinatawag natin arbitrary constant. Then we will proceed with the families of curves. We will define it and then anong ibig sabihin ng families of curves. And then lastly is to discuss yung solution of differential equations. Okay? So as mentioned from previous meeting o yung last week meeting natin, ang gusto talaga nating malaman is yung solution ng differential equation o yung pinaka-function ng equation natin. So we are in the future we will be given set of differential equation, meaning an equation involving derivatives, no? And then what our goal is to find what is the function being used, no, to arrive with such differential equation. So yung sa number, yung last part natin, hindi pa actually natin isa-solve siya. Ipoprove lang natin kung talagang siya ay solution ng differential equation by applying derivative concepts, no, or derivative formula to justify or show na-satisfy niya yung ating differential equation. Okay? Pero starting midterm, we will be discussing yung mga solutions. So, I hope ayan, makasabay tayo all throughout, no? So, our outcome for today are as follows. First is to discuss to you the relation of the differential equation and its corresponding function o yung solution natin na sinasabi natin o yung mismong equation natin. Okay? Ang tawag natin doon is solution na ngayon para sa differential equation, no? Then next is to find the differential equation for an indicated solution. So, same lang din siya ng first one. Then to obtain the differential equation for a family of curves under certain parameter. So later, i-discuss natin further. So ano yung differential equation for families of curves. And then last is to determine which function satisfies the differential equation by proving that the equation is a solution of the differential equation. Okay? So let's start with the arbitrary constant na lang muna. No? Ayan, so definition lang tayo, sorry. Definition tayo ng arbitrary constant. So, what is an arbitrary constant? It is a constant whose values could be assumed to be anything, no? Just so long as it doesn't depend on the other variables in an equation or expression. So, di ba nung nag-i-integral tayo, ano yung lagi natin pag nag-i-indefinite integral tayo? Ano yung dinadagdag natin sa dulo? Yung plus C, no? Yung plus C na yun, yung tinatawag nating arbitrary constant. Okay? So, there are cases also na si arbitrary constant are coefficient of a variable. So, pwede din siya. So, ibig sabihin, pag nakakita kayo ng differential equation and it contains a letter na hindi yun yung independent and dependent variable natin, ibig sabihin yun yung arbitrary constant natin. And we should know how to eliminate them. So, we can eliminate arbitrary constant by, ayan, sabi niya, removing the arbitrary constant in an equation. Pero, we need to understand why do we need to study this section? Why do we need to eliminate such constant? Okay? So, sabi, this section is important in order to know one of the several methods in arriving at a differential equation. Ibig sabihin, yung function o yung solution for the differential equation is given first, okay? Then the goal is to find its corresponding differential equation. So, ngayon yung gagawin nga muna natin, since given sa atin is yung solution, kailangan mapakita natin kung ano yung differential equation niya. Kung baga, reverse process muna tayo. From the given equation, kailangan palabas natin yung differential equation. And we can do that by eliminating the arbitrary constant. And we can eliminate it by Ayan, rule for eliminating the arbitrary constant is to differentiate the given function or relation as many times depending on the number of constant present in the equation. So meaning kung ilan yung arbitrary constant sa isang equation, yun yung number o yung ilang beses mo siyang kailangan in derivative, no? So we have here 4 examples ng equations. So identify lang natin kung ilan ang arbitrary constant niya and ilan yung ilang beses natin siyang i-derive, no? So dito sa first equation, we have y squared is equal to 4ax. Alin ang arbitrary constant natin?
A po.
Okay, so A, since only one arbitrary constant is present, we can differentiate yung ating first equation once lang. Okay? So i-derivative natin siya ng isang beses para daw makuha natin yung differential equation niya. Okay? So later papakita natin kung paano yan. Pero ngayon, identify lang natin yung arbitrary constant and the number of derivative na gagawin natin. For the second one, we have y is equals to cx plus c. How many arbitrary constant?
Dalawa po.
Okay? So we have 2. Pero pag okay lang din yan pag finactor out natin, no? So, pag finactor out natin, it will be 1. Pero the same pa din, no? Okay? Number 3, how many?
1.
So yung number 3 is an equation or formula for circle at origin, no? Makikita natin si x and y are our dependent and independent variable and si r is yung radius. So ito yung ating arbitrary constant kasi ito yung nagbabago kaya nagkakameron ng different sizes yung ating circle. And ano ba sabi natin sa arbitrary constant? It could be any, ayan, it could be assumed to be anything, no? So sabihin, may iba't iba siyang value nag-exist. Okay? And number 4, we have an equation of quadratic equation based ilan?
Tatlo po.
3 po.
Okay. So we have A, B, and C. So we need to derive yung ating number 4 equation 3 times, okay, to get yung differential equation natin. Okay? So to demonstrate that, we need to perform yung sinasabi natin elimination ng arbitrary constant. And we can do that by first considering yung I think tatlo lang yung ginamit ko, no? So let's check. Okay, so let's try this one muna. Eliminate the arbitrary constant of the given equation. So we have here y squared is equal to 4ax. Okay? So what derivative equation yung pwede natin gamitin dito? So pwede natin gamitin yung power formula, no? So when we have a function is equals to xn, ang derivative daw niyan is n xn minus 1 dx. Okay? Or yung derivative ng x variable natin. So we have here yung ating arbitrary constant, no? I-identify lang natin. Ito yung arbitrary constant natin. Na isa lang. So ibig sabihin, we will derive the given function once. Okay? Pero i-derive natin siya with respect to our independent variable, which is commonly si x, no? So, kailangan na natin siya i-derive sa x. So, kung i-derivative natin si y squared o mag-implicit differentiation tayo, no? Ano mangyayari kay y squared? So, applying power formula, okay? So, that will be, rewrite lang natin dito. So, y squared is equals to 4ax, okay? So, pag dinerive natin, this will be 2y. And then, anong i-multiply natin kay 2y?
Y prime.
Okay, so y prime, correct? And then, equals, so kung ano yung ating coefficient, and then ito may imaginary 1 doon. So 1, x, 1 minus 1, and then yung derivative ng x is 1. Okay, so simplify lang natin. This will be 4a, and then x raised to 0 will be 1 times 1, so 4a lang. So dito, pwede tayo makakuha ng value of a. Okay, so pwede natin divide both sides by 4. We have a is equals to 1/2 y prime. When we have that, kailangan i-substitute natin siya back to the original equation para makuha natin yung differential equation natin. Okay? So y squared is equals to 4 1/2 y prime x. Okay? So this is y squared is equals to 2y prime x. Then cancel out yung isang y, no? So magiging siyang y is equals to 2y prime x. Okay? And si y prime, ano yung pwedeng itsura ni y prime? Yung ibang form, pwede siya maging dy dx, no? So arrange lang natin, y is equals to 2xy prime. Then we will change that to 2x dy over dx. Plus multiply lang natin. So y dx is equals to 2x dy. And then ang general form ng differential equation, later malalaman naman natin to, pero ang general form niya is dapat ganito, no? Okay? So dx dy. Okay? So dapat ganyan. So to solve our equation, our final answer should be y dx minus 2x dy is equals to 0. So this is our answer for the first one. So ito yung magiging differential equation natin given yung solution natin na ito. Okay? So ito po yun. Na later, sa mga future problem natin, ang magiging given sa atin, differential equation. No, itong answer na to. Ang goal natin is ibalik siya dito sa solution na to. Ngayon, I could perform kung paano siya ginagawa, no? Pero baka mas malito kayo pag kung paano ko siya papalabasin mula papunta dito, no? So for now, ang dinademonstrate muna natin is to eliminate yung arbitrary constant natin, and we did that by differentiating yung function natin once lang. Okay? Nung pagka-derive natin, may nakuha tayong value ni A. And ang goal natin is makuha yung differential equation natin. Kaya yung nakuha nating value ni A, sinubstitute natin dun sa value dun sa original equation. So ito 'yon. Then pagka-simplify natin, nakakuha tayo ng differential equation. Okay? Question muna dito sa first one. Question? Naintindihan or hindi naintindihan? Eh baka mamaya biglang nagugulat kayo bakit nagkakamero na ng ganyan, ano? So again, yung topic natin, elimination ng arbitrary constants. So we are just differentiating. Okay? Kaya nga pinakita ko din dito yung formula ng gagamitin natin for derivative in case nakakalimot na ng differentiation ng derivative natin. Yes? Sige lang. You may ask questions. Sige.
Sir, pwede po makiulit nung pagkuha ng value ng A?
Okay, sige. Let's try again to another sheet, no? Para mas ano natin. Okay? So we are given y squared is equals to 4ax. Okay? So again, identify natin ang arbitrary constant natin is 1, no? Ito 'yon. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, de-derive mo siya once. Okay? And pag nade-derive tayo, lagi siyang, ang independent variable natin ay si x. Meaning, kapag meron tayong variable na x, hindi natin siya, or ang treatment natin sa kanya is, hindi natin inaano yung derivative niya. Yung differential niya, so in terms siya ng x, so hindi tayo maglalagay ng mga prime, no? So dito, sa implicit differentiation, y squared to, no? So ibig sabihin, 'di ba, pag dinerive mo siya ng basta derivative lang, 2y siya. Okay? 2y, 2 minus 1, dahil yun yung sa formula natin. Again, yung formula natin is y is equals to xn. Ang derivative niya is nxn minus 1 dx. Okay? So, sige, gatuin natin yung form. So, ito yon, yung n natin, 2. Ito yun. Tapos 2 minus 1, n minus 1. So, ang wala na lang natin is yung dx, yung derivative ng variable natin. Since dinederive natin siya into x, ay yan, so magiging sagot dyan is dy over dx. Okay? Is equals to, yung kabila naman, so ito yung ating yung coefficient natin, kokopyahin lang natin yan, times yung imaginary 1 dito, so that is 1, x1 minus 1 times derivative ng x is dx over dx. Okay? So, ayan. So, dito pag sinimplify natin, this is 2y. Ito, di ba pag dy dx, equivalent yan sa y prime. Kaya nagkameron siya ng y prime doon. Okay? And ito, ito magigitong 1 or x, any letter or variable raised to 0 will be equals to 1. So 4a times 1 times 1, that is 4a. Ito is dx siya. So magigitin itong 1. So magiging lang itong 4a. Okay? And then, since ito na lang yung equation natin, divide natin by 4 para ma-eliminate o ma-isolate si a. So 2 over 4 is 1 half y prime. So nakuha na natin sa letter A. Okay? And then we can substitute that dun sa original equation natin. Y squared is equals to 4. Yung value ng A natin is 1 half y prime x. So y squared is equals to 2y prime x. Since pwedeng cancel yung y, no, ng isang y, may matitira dito, 2xy prime. And again, si y prime, pwede natin i-represent as dy dx. No? So, y is equals to 2x dy over dx. Cross multiply lang natin. That is y dx is equals to 2x dy. Then, yung ating standard equation, again, ang standard form natin ng differential equation is dapat dx muna. So, ibig sabihin, any function in terms ni x and y, tapos dx yung kasama niya, then any function in terms of x and y, kasama si dy is equals to 0. So, dito, ito yung may kasamang dx, so dapat siya yung una. No? Ito yung may kasamang dy, ito yung pangalawang term. So, y dx minus 2x dy, tinranspose lang natin, is equals to 0. Ngayon, wala na tayong pwede magawa dun sa equation na yon. So, we can say na this equation or differential equation is the answer for our solution or dun sa function natin. Okay? Okay tayo?
Okay na po, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next. Ayan, yung tatlo. So, para i-adjust na agad natin ang difficulty, no? So, we have how many again? Arbitrary constant, we have
3.
3, no? So, 1, 2, 3. Yung arbitrary constant natin is 3. Ibig sabihin, kailangan natin siyang i-derive 3 times, no? And ito naman is a simpleng power formula lang ulit, no? First derivative natin, so let me just rewrite this. So, ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay? So, ano mga derivative formula ang gagamitin natin? Yung una muna is y is equals to constant. So, pag dinerive natin ng constant, that is 0. Okay? Yung kasunod is y is equals to power, yung power formula natin. So, nxn minus 1 dx. Okay? So, yun yung dalawang equation na gagamitin natin. So, dito, y, so that is y prime, kasi wala namang iba, no? Then ito, gagayahin lang natin yung a, then 2x 2 minus 1 times 1 plus b times 1 x 1 minus 1 times 1 plus 0. Okay? Nakakasunod? So, ito ginaganto ko lang kasi for those students na medyo nalilito, no? Kung bakit sabi ganito yung formula, ba't hindi natin makita? No? Pero if you are expert na, no, or very familiar, confident na sa pagde-derive natin using power formula, you may opt na ilagay pa ito or ilagay itong exponent basta ima-minus 1 mo natin siya. Okay? So, simplify lang muna natin. Ito yung first derivative natin. So, 2ax plus b. Yan na lang yung natira. Okay? So, ito yung first derivative natin. Next derivative. Okay? So, derive mo yung first derivative. So, ito will be double prime So 2a, 1, x1 minus 1 times 1 plus 0 kasi constant na lang siya. So we simplify, y double prime is equals to 2a, yan na lang. Okay? So this is our second derivative. Okay? Ngayon, third derivative natin. So mula sa y double prime, 2a. So derive ulit natin. So third derivative, since this is constant, y is equals to 0. So this will be our third derivative. And as you can see, differential equation na lang siya. Okay? So pag change natin yan sa differential form, this is d3y over dx cubed is equals to 0. Okay? So this will be our differential equation. Okay? Again, yung goal natin is to find the differential equation, yung wala siyang arbitrary constant. So kung first derivative lang yung ginawa mo, makikita mo may dalawang arbitrary constant ka pa. Okay? Then kapag nag-second derivative ka, meron ka pa din isang arbitrary constant. And yung nag-third derivative ka, ayan. Now, eliminate mo na yung arbitrary constant. It means na meron na tayong differential equation. Okay? Question? Okay, okay. All right. So, yeah. So, next. Ayan. So, eliminate natin yung arbitrary constant. So, ilan ang arbitrary constant natin for this equation?
Dalawa po.
Okay. About the others, do you agree? Dalawa. So,
Yes po.
no? C1 and C2. Okay? So, yan yung arbitrary constant natin. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kailangan natin siyang i-derive twice, no? Pero, anong formula ng derivative yung kailangan natin? So, kailangan natin, of course, yung sa ating power formula. So, again, yan, para mas mabata kayo sa derivative, no? And kapag meron tayong exponential function, okay? So, paano daw ba ang derivative ng exponential function? Ano ba, yu? So, ang derivative daw niyan ay du du lang. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, de-derive mo lang yung exponent niya. Okay? So, since we have two arbitrary constants, derive lang natin siya twice, no? So, derive ko lang. yc1 e negative x plus c2 e negative 2x plus x. Okay? First derivative natin. So, y prime is equals to, this is c1 pa din yan. And then, derivative ng negative x. So, sige, i-apply natin to. Yung eu natin is e negative x. And ang du natin is, derivative ng negative x is negative 1. Okay? Plus C2 e negative 2x. Derivative ng negative 2x is negative 2. Plus 1x1 minus 1 times 1. Okay? So, simplify natin. Y prime is equals to negative C1 e negative x minus 2 C2 e negative 2x plus 1. Okay? So, ito yung first derivative natin. Pero sabi, kailangan natin siya perform twice. Okay? So, hindi natin na-eliminate yung arbitrary constant. So, kailangan natin gawin ulit yung pangalawa. Okay? So, y double prime is equals to negative c1. Then, ito, negative x ulit times negative 1 minus 2 c2. Then, e negative 2x times negative 2 plus 0 kasi constant na yun. Okay? Simplify, y double prime is equals to c1 e negative x. Then ito will be plus 4C2 E negative 2x. Okay? So that is our second equation. So, nakapag-perform na tayo ng dalawang derivative, but meron pa din arbitrary constant. Diyan na papasok si algebra. No? Kailangan, since meron tayong two equations, two unknowns, we can use substitution or elimination. Okay? So, let me reduce lang yung size nito kasi nakalaki, hindi kasya. Okay? So, by performing a substitution or elimination, paano natin i-ano yan? Okay? So, ilang equations na ba meron tayo? Actually, meron tayong tatlong equation na pwedeng gamitin. Okay? Kasi, ang first equation natin actually is yung original formula natin. So, ito yung magiging second and third equation. Okay? So, para ma-perform natin yan, gawin natin si first and second equation muna. Okay? So, si first equation is y is equals to c1 e negative x plus c2 e negative 2x plus x. Try natin i-plus kay second equation. So, y prime is equals to negative c1 e negative x minus 2c2 e negative 2x plus 1. Okay? So, ito magiging siyang y plus y prime is equals to ito, c1, positive siya, minus ito, that will be 0 na. Then, meron tayong c2 na may 1 dito, tapos negative 2 to. So, matitira is negative 1 c2 e negative 2x plus x plus 1. Bring down lang natin yan. And this equation is our equation number 4. Okay? Next, try naman natin equation 2 and equation 3. Okay, ganun ulit. So, equation 2 natin is y prime is equals to negative c1 e negative x minus 2c2 e negative 2x. Okay? Equation 3 natin is y double prime is equals to c1 e negative x plus 4c2 e negative 2x. May plus 1 pa pala doon. Okay? So, ito lang yan, ano? Sinulat ko lang. Wala pa akong ginagawang magic dyan. No? Sinulat ko pa lang. Okay? So, kailangan mag-eliminate tayo. So, pwede ito ma-eliminate kapag pinag-add natin siya. Okay? So, yung answer natin dyan will be y prime plus y double prime is equals to, this will be 0 yung first term. And then, negative 2 plus 4, that is positive 2 c2 e negative 2x plus 1. And this will be our fifth equation. Okay? So, meron kayong fourth and fifth equation na kailangan kunin natin yan. Para yan yung pagpo-combine natin. So, continue natin dito sa another duplicate. Ayan. So, yun yung nakuha natin. Equation 4 and equation 5. So, syempre kayo pag kayo nag-solve, dire-diretso naman yan. Ano? Okay? So, para ano natin yan, pwede mong ayan. Pagtapatin yung pwedeng magtapat. Then, para ma-eliminate o malaman natin yung value, anong gagawin natin? Pwede natin multiply yung fourth equation sa 2, no? Para maano siya. So this will be 2y plus 2y prime is equals to negative 2c2 e negative 2x plus 2x plus 2. Tapos copy lang natin yung baba. 2c2 e negative 2x plus 1. Okay? So para ma-eliminate tong second term natin, ay yung ating natitirang variable, pag-add natin siya. So this will be y double prime plus 3y prime plus 2y is equals to, this will be 0 na 2x plus 3. Okay? So, rewrite ko lang dito. Our equation now will be y double prime plus 3y prime plus 2y is equals to 2x plus 3. So, makikita ninyo, wala na siyang arbitrary constant. No? Lahat siya ay naka-dependent and independent variable form na. So, this will be your final answer for your problem. Okay? So, by applying algebra, no, para mahanap yung ating solution, so you can do that. Question muna. Yes. Lawitan.
Sir, ba't po na-multiply ng 2 yung fourth equation po?
Para ma-eliminate natin, di ba to 2 to, no? Ito negative to. Kailangan ma-eliminate mo tong value to. So mag-isip ka ng number na magiging 0. So kailangan mo ng negative 2 para maging 0, kaya multiply natin ng 2.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. May other solution yan, gamit ay matrix, no? Pero since wala pa kayong advanced mathematics, baka malito lang kayo pag matrix sa papakita. Okay? So, ang ano ko na lang is, pinakamadali sa kanyang solution is this one, kung by substitution yung method natin. Okay? So, again, we can perform that either by substitution or by elimination. Okay? So, yung ginawa pala natin ay elimination, di pala substitution. Sorry. Sa substitution kasi, ang gagawin mo, gagawin mong sa isang term lang, halimbawa si y, itong equation number 3 natin, gagawin mo siyang in terms ng C1 lang. So, i-transpose mo to sa kabila, tapos i-divide mo both side by negative x. So, medyo tedious yung process kapag substitution. So, itong pinerform natin again is elimination siya. By using yung, ayan lang, nag-a-add lang tayo or minus, depende kung saan mai-eliminate yung ating constants. Okay? Any more question? For clarification? What the others? Hello? Ayan. Okay. Alright, so next. Ayan, so malinaw tayo sa elimination arbitrary constant. All we need to do is to perform derivative do sa function natin. And just after performing, if present pa dun sa arbitrary constant, you need to apply algebraic manipulation or algebra to solve for the unknowns or to eliminate the unknowns or the arbitrary constant from the given equation using the equations that you have derived or you got when you perform derivative. Okay? So, now we will go do sa tinatawag nating families of curves. Okay? So, kaya tayo nag-arbitrary constant muna kasi when we are talking about families of curves, ganun din, no? Ang kino-consider muna is identifying how many arbitrary constant is present dun sa mismong equation natin and then performing differential equation dun sa equation na meron tayo. Okay? So define muna natin what is families of curves. Okay, so families of curves. So when an equation involves a parameter, okay, it represents a family of curves. So family of curves are set of curves whose equation are of the same form but which have different values assigned to one or more parameters in the equation. Okay? So, paano maintindihan nyo? So, some illustration muna tayo. No? So, halimbawa, ang ating unang is line. No? Ano bang standard equation ng line? Ang standard equation ng line is y is equals to mx plus b. Okay? So, ito yung isang form niya. No? Si b ay, ano yan, tawag sa kanya? Para,
Slope.
ano?
Sorry po.
Ano ulit? Sorry, hindi ko na. So, y-intercept. No? Y-intercept. So, ibig sabihin, sa line, parang, kumbaga, yun yung tinatamaan niya sa y-axis. No? Kung halimbawa, sinabi na yung lines natin ay papasto sa origin lang, no? Dito lang sa gitna. Kaya, ibig sabihin ng families of curves, lahat ng possible na lineups. No? So, iba't iba siya ng iba't iba siya ng orientation. So, ibig sabihin, magkakaiba siya ng slope. Okay? Dito. Ngayon, kung nasa origin siya, ano ibig sabihin? Yung y-coordinate natin sa line is actually equal to 0. Kaya makikita nyo yung magiging general equation natin. No? Magiging siyang b is equals to 0. Kaya makikita mo, natira lang is y is equals to mx. So, ibig sabihin yung solution na yan, o yung function na yan, represent mga straight line na nagpapass through ng origin natin. Pero ang kailangan natin sa kanya is to get yung differential equation niya. Kaya tayo nagpa-families of curves. Na later, papakita natin kung paano siya pina-perform. So, same lang din siya nung Ang ano lang muna natin is to show you guys ano yung ibig sabihin ng families of curves. Okay? Next, another illustration. Kapag straight line through the fixed point HK, okay, and HK is not to be eliminated. Another form ng line natin is y minus y1 is equals to m x minus x sub 1. So ito yung tinatawag nating point slope form ng line. No? If hindi natatandaan, please revisit your analytic geometry. Okay? Ito yung point slope form ng line natin. So, tama yung condition niya. Mga straight line daw through a fixed point. Naka-fix siya sa HK. So, ibig sabihin meron tayong point na H at K. So, itong Y1 at X1 na to, ito ay fixed point din na pinapass through ng mismong line natin. So, pwede natin substitute si H and K dun sa Y and X coordinate natin. So, ito yung pwede natin maging X1 and then Y1 natin to. Pag sinubstitute natin yan, that will be Y minus Y1 is equals to M times X minus H, which is the same nito. No? Kasi itong general equation na nakalagay, pag families of curve ang pinag-uusapan, hindi yan binibigay. Kayo dapat yung mag-identify niyan. Kaya pinapakita ko sa inyo kung paano nakuha yung general equation na yan. Okay? Ang binibigay lang sa families of curves na problem is statement lang. No? Eh ang problema, pag hindi mo alam ang formula ng lines, no? Hindi mo alam yung formula ng straight lines, yung iba't ibang form niya, paano mo makukuha yung different yung equation? So, that would be the problem. Okay? So, ngayon, pag nakuha mo na siya, ang ibig sabihin niya, from the point na to, ito yung point HK natin, any line na magpapass through sa kanya, ayan yung families of curves natin. O families of line na magpapass through sa point HK, doon sa point, fixed point na yon, na magkakaiba lang siya ng slope or orientation. No? So, kahit gaano kahaba yung line na yan, gaano ka steep, no, or straight line siya, as long as nagpa-pass through siya dun sa ating fixed point, kasama siya sa families of curves natin. Okay? Another one is circles with centers at the origin. Ano ang standard equation ng circle? Anyone? Kapag center at HK ang circle natin, anong standard equation natin? Let's try if may makaka-recall. Okay, so again, please revisit your analytic geometry. So, ang standard equation ng circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equals to r squared. Okay? Wherein yung r is yung radius, yung h and k is yung center ng circle. And sabi sa kanya, center at origin. No? Ano ba ang at origin? That is 0, 0. So, ibig sabihin yung h at k mo are 0. So pag inano natin dito, that will be x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared is equals to r squared. So that is x squared plus y squared is equals to r squared. So kaya meron yan. Okay? Then once you get your general equation, you just have to perform elimination of arbitrary constant to get the differential equation for the families of curves. Okay? Question muna before we proceed sa example.
Sir, papasok din po yung mga equation ng parabola. Mga ganun po.
Yes, pwede siyang lumabas. Equation ng parabola, hyperbola, ellipse, no? Ang circle, yung mga common, no? Yung sa straight lines, hanapin niyo yung iba't ibang form ng straight lines, yung point slope form, two-point slope form. Okay? So, mga possible lumabas yan kapag families of curves yung pinag-uusapan natin. Okay? So, let's try an example, no? Halimbawa, given lang, statement lang yung given, and then we try to solve for the differential equation ng families of curves na yan. Okay? So, let's try the first one. Obtain the differential equation of the families of circles having their center on the x-axis. Okay? So, circle tayo. So, kung circle agad yung pinag-uusapan natin, alam mo dapat na ang standard equation ng circle is x minus h squared, y minus k squared is equals to r squared. Okay? Yan yung ating standard equation. Ngayon, i-identify mo yung parameter natin. Center siya on x-axis. So, ano bang itsura niya pag itinry mo siyang i-graph, no? Halimbawa, ito yung Cartesian plane mo. No? Kung naka-center siya sa x-axis, meaning, yung families of curves natin is, ganito yung itsura, no? Anywhere sa x, gaano kalaki, gaano kaliit, no? Basta nandito lang siya sa x-axis natin. Hindi siya nagbabago. So, ano ibig sabihin? Ang center natin is, ano? Anong value ng center natin? Yung HK natin. Anong value ng HK? So, therefore, yung center natin ay HK, no? So, ito yung sa x-axis natin, ito yung sa y-axis. So, meaning, yung K natin ay
0 po.
0 siya.
0 po.
Okay? 0 siya kasi dito lang lagi yung center natin. No? So, ito yung mga itsura ng families of curves natin. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kahit anong gano'n siya kalaki, kaliit, no? Basta nandyan sa x-axis natin. Imagine na lang na sakto yung center niya. Yeah. So, yan yung mga families of curves natin. Okay? So, yan yung kailangan natin kunan ng differential equation. So, with this condition na C is equals to H, 0, sa-substitute mo dun sa standard equation mo. So, that is X minus H squared plus Y minus 0 squared is equals to R squared. Simplify natin, X minus H squared plus Y squared is equals to R squared. Ito ngayon yung general equation mo. Ngayon, when eliminating yung ating arbitrary constant, ilan differentiation yung gagawin natin? Ito na yung general equation natin. Ilan ngayon derivative yung pa-perform natin?
Isa po.
Dalawa po.
Okay? So, pag isa lang, ito lang yung kinoconsider mo, yung radius lang, no? Eh, meron pa tayong h doon. So, we need to differentiate it twice. Okay? So, ayan. So, perform natin yung derivative niya. So, what I will do is expand ko muna yung first term natin at yung x squared natin, no? So, yung siyang x squared minus 2xh plus h squared. Okay. So, paano nangyari yan? Foil method lang po yan. So, pabalik na lang po sa algebra kung paano nakuha. Okay? Plus y squared is equals to r squared. Okay? Now, perform natin ng first derivative. So, ang ano natin is x ang ating independent variable. So, this will be 2x 2 minus 1 times 1 minus, this is 2h times 1, x1 minus 1 times 1, plus yung h squared natin will be 0. So, ito yung sa first, ano natin, plus 2y, 2 minus 1, y prime is equals to 0. Simplify lang natin to. This will be 2x minus 2h, okay, plus 2y prime is equals to 0. Ito yung ating first derivative. Okay? Perform natin yung second derivative. Okay? Or pwede, factor out muna natin lahat ng 2. No? So, pag factor out natin lahat ng 2, that is x minus h plus y prime is equals to 0. So, pwede na siya maging x minus h plus y prime is equals to 0. Okay? Ngayon, perform natin yung ating derivative. Ngayon, mayroon tayong product, no? So, ano ang derivative ng product? Anong formula niya? Formula ng derivative ng product. Halimbawa, meron tayong y is equals to uv. Ang formula natin for derivative will be u v prime plus v u prime. Okay? So, dito, yung x natin, that is just 1. Yung h will be 0 plus. So, anong gagawin nating y, no? Lagay ko dito. So, ang u natin, gawin kong y. Ang v natin, gawin kong y prime. So, ang derivative ng u, ang u prime natin is y prime. Ang derivative ng y prime ay y double prime. So, substitute mo lang doon sa formula na to. uv prime. So, uv prime natin is u. Tapos, v prime natin is y double prime. Plus v, yung y prime natin, times yung u prime natin na y prime. Is equals to 0. Paano natin ito yan? Is, deduce ko lang yung size. No? Ayan. So ito, pag sinimplify natin, this will be 1 plus, this is y double prime, plus, ito is y prime, so y prime squared yan. Is equals to 0. Pag in-arrange natin, that will be y double prime plus y prime squared plus 1 is equals to 0. And this will be our differential equation representing circles having center at x-axis. Okay? So yan yung kailangan natin. Question or clarification. Ito yung u, v prime, v, u prime natin. There's a question, bakit po product rule po ginamit dun sa x minus h plus y1? So dito kasi magkaiba, no? Ito is, di ba, magkakaibang term siya. Okay? Ito is single variable lang naman. So, kaya yung derivative ng x is 1, derivative ng constant ay 0. Dito, meron ka ng product ng variable tsaka ng derivative. Okay? So, pag meron ka na niyan, kailangan mo ng product rule kasi may dalawang variable ka na eh. Yung isa is y lang, yung isa ay y prime. Kaya ginamit mo yung product rule. Okay? Then, again, ito yung formula natin for product rule sa derivative. You just have to, ako ginagawa ko para hindi ako malito. Nag-assign ako na agad ng value ng u, ng value ng v, and then getting yung derivative ng each assumption. No? Para dito, pagdating dito, substitution ka na lang doon sa formula na to. Para hindi nakakalito. Okay? Other question? Okay. Next. Obtain the differential equation of the family of lines passing through negative 1 and 1. Okay? So, meron tayong fixed point. Okay? So, again, pag may point tayo, pwede mong gamitin yung point slope form, no? Which is y minus y1 is equals to m x minus x sub 1. Okay? Ang point natin is negative 1, 1. So this is our h at our x1 tsaka y1 natin. Okay? So substitute natin, that will be y minus 1 is equals to m x minus 1. So simplify, y minus 1 equals to m x plus 1. Okay? So this is our general equation now. So ilang derivative para ma-eliminate ang ating arbitrary constant?
Ilang po?
Once lang. No? Pwede natin i-derive once. Okay? So, pwede natin, para mas madalian tayo, pwede natin i-distribute maging mx plus m. Okay? And then i-derive natin since ano yan, ano? So, paano ba de-derive to? What can we do is derive natin as is, no? So this will be derivative ng y is y prime, then yung constant natin will be 0. Dito derivative nito will be copy natin yung kanyang function and gawin natin mx plus 1, mx plus m. Okay? So ito will be y prime plus 0 is equals to m plus 0. Okay? So makukuha natin is y prime is equals to m, which is indeed correct, no? Nung inaano na natin siya, na ang slope natin ay equal sa y prime, sa first derivative natin. So, sabihin correct to. Pero ngayon, meron pa din tayong arbitrary constant. So, pwede natin substitute ngayon si m dun sa original equation natin. Okay? Which is, ito pala yung general equation natin. Saan na yun? Ito, yung general equation natin. So, y minus 1 is equals to y prime x plus 1. Okay? So, kung gusto mong i-simplify, lipat mo lang yung x plus 1 sa kabila para maging form natin is y prime is equals to y minus 1 all over x plus 1. Or dy over dx, pwedeng ito din yung ginagawa ko kanina. So this can be x plus 1 dy is equals to y minus 1 dx or y minus 1 dx minus x plus 1 dy is equals to 0. So this can be your answer. This can be your answer. Okay? Question muna. So anong itsura ng curve na yan? Yung curve na yan is ganito. Then 1, 1. So negative 1, 1. Ito yung point na yon. So lahat ng possible na line na mag-pass through dyan, yun yung kailangan natin. Yun yung families of curves natin. Sure nyo na lang na pumasok. Okay? So yan yung mga lines natin. Ayun. Na-represented siya by the differential equation na ito. Okay? Question or clarification? Kaya pa?
Medyo, sir.
Kaya pa? So, more practice lang to, no? Kaya, kung magiging async tayo for next week, I'll just give you exercises para mas ma-practice ninyo yung pag-solve ng arbitrary constant. Okay? So,
Sir,
yes.
yung points po ba na binibigay, posible pong Hindi siya whole number.
Yes, possible din na hindi siya whole number. Pwedeng fraction yung ibigay. So, nasa Cartesian plane naman yan. So, depende sa problem, no?
Salamat.
Okay? Meron pa ba? Meron pa isa. So, obtain the differential equation. Ano to? Having the solution as the equation representing all circles of radius 1 and center on the line y is equals to x. So, paano solution niya? Analyze nyo lang muna. So, kailangan daw natin ng differential equation having the solution as the equation representing all circles. Okay? So, may circle tayo, tapos may radius 1 siya. So, paano equation natin? So, una, write natin yung ating circle na formula, no? X minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equals to r squared. Yan yung equation natin for circle. Ang binigay na parameter is, meron siyang circle na radius ay 1, no? So, may value yung r natin. So, that is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equals to 1. Okay? Pero sabi niya, kailangan nakasenter siya sa line y is equals to x. So ano bang ibig sabihin? Ano ba yung tsura ng y is equals to x pag ginraph natin? Ibig lang yung sabihin, kapag 1 si x, 1 si y, ito yun. Pag 2 si x, 2 si y, ito yun. Pag negative 1 si x, negative 1 si y, ganito yun. So yung trend ng line natin is pag ganyan. Yeah. So, assume natin na tama yung mga points na inano ko. Okay. So, ganyan yung itsura ng y is equals to x. Ngayon, ang gusto niya is yung circle natin dyan tatama, no? Yung circle natin ganito ang itsura. Okay? Na yung circle natin, sa radius 1 lang siya, pero ganyan yung itsura niya, no? So, families of circle na dumadaan dyan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung HK natin, anong mapapansin nyo sa HK natin? Yung sa center natin. Tingin nyo.
0
Isang
po.
constant lang po.
Constant, 0. May mas magandang term, no? Siya ay equal lagi, no? Kasi nga, kung 1 to, na-form natin tong line na to kasi equal lagi yung ordinates sa abscissa ng ating line. So, ibig sabihin, kung dito natin lalagay yung circle, ayan, equal siya ng h at k. Dito, equal siya ng h at k. Kung in between man, lagi siyang equal ng y at x axis. So, ibig sabihin, dito yung c, yung ating chk is h is equals to k. Okay? So, pwede natin i-represent as h or k yung ating h or k. So, gawin na lang natin x minus h squared plus y minus h squared is equals to 1. Okay? Then, we can perform yung kanyang derivative na ilang beses? Once lang, no? Kasi para sa h. No? So, siguro yun yung kanina pala, no? Baka nalilito doon sa ginawa na natin dito. So, pag siya ay dinistribute, no? Sabi natin yung sa unang example kasi yung cx, no? So let me correct that since parehas siyang c, so dapat once lang siya. Okay? So dito since parehas siyang h, once lang tayo the derivative o yung ating arbitrary constant should be eliminated once we differentiate it once. Okay? So, paano natin pa-perform ngayon yung kanyang differential equation? So, maganda i-expand natin ulit each term. So, x squared minus 2xh plus h squared plus y squared minus 2yh plus h squared is equals to 1. Okay? So, kung paano nangyayari yun, meron po tayo sa algebra, no? I-share ko na lang din. Halimbawa, meron tayo x plus y. Ang formula niya ay x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. Yan yung formula niya lagi pag ina-expand. Ano? So, kaya meron ako laging, since negative yung y natin doon, kaya nagkakameron ng negative dito. Okay? Diyan po sinasubstitute yun. Or kung nalilito naman kayo doon, pwede nyo siyang i-foil method. Okay? I-foil method mo. So, pag foil method naman, so, x plus y, x plus y. So, kaya sinabing foil method, ano? First, outer, inner, saka last. So, ibig sabihin, first, pag multiply mo siya, okay, yan yung f natin. Outer, so ito, pag multiply mo. Inner, ito. Then last is itong, yan. Kaya naging siyang foil method. Okay? May mga tatanong lang. Okay? Going back dito, perform na natin yung derivative. 1, so we have 2x minus, this is 2h plus 0. So medyo shortcut na yung pag-derive nito. So this is 2y, y prime, minus 2h plus 0 is equals to 0. So simplify natin. 2x minus 2h plus 2y, y prime minus 2h is equals to 0. Divide all side by 2. Magiging lang siyang x minus h plus y, y prime minus h is equals to 0. So, may dalawa palang h. So, that will be h. Dapat ito ay may y prime. Okay? Kasi nag-derive tayo ng y. So, ito ay may y prime. Okay? So, to simplify this, kailangan h, kunin natin yung value ni h. So, transpose natin to the other side of the equation. So, x plus y prime is equals to h plus hy prime. So, x plus y prime is equals to h, 1 plus y prime. Divide natin both sides by 1 plus y prime. 1 plus y prime. Cancel out. So, h natin is x plus y prime all over 1 plus y prime. So, ito yung value ng h natin. So, yung value na yan ng h, since meron ka nakuha, substitute mo lang yan dito sa general equation mo. And then, simplify mo lang siya. Okay? So, yung pag-ano sa kanya, ano ba natin? Sige, makita ko na nga din. Okay, so, copy lang natin to. Yan, sa-substitute natin siya dito sa general equation natin. Or pwedeng dun na sa naka-expanded form, no? Dito sa expanded form natin. Para hindi mahirap. Okay? So, sa-substitute mo lang yung h. So, that will be x squared minus 2x x plus y prime all over 1 plus y prime plus x plus y prime all over 1 plus y prime plus y squared minus 2y, then x plus y prime all over 1 plus y prime plus x plus y prime all over 1 plus y prime squared. Okay? Is equals to 0. Matter of simplification na lang yan. Pero as you can see, wala ka nang nakikitang h dun sa last equation mo. So simplify mo na lang to and that will be your final answer. No? Okay. Combine niyo yung pwedeng combine na term. So I think ito, pwede siya pang combine. No? Para siyang plus. So magkakameron lang siya ng coefficient. Okay. Question dito sa last example natin for families of curves. Question. Kaya pa? Okay. So, yung next is solution of differential equation. So, ito medyo bilisan lang natin kasi medyo madali lang to. Ang inaano lang niya is i-verify natin kung yung given function or solution is para dun sa differential equation natin. So, a solution of differential equation in the unknown function y and independent variable x on the interval I is a function yx that satisfies the differential equation identically for all x in I. So, ang ibig sabihin lang niya, basta ma-equate natin as equal, solution siya ng differential equation. Okay? So, meron tayo dito, halimbawa, show that y is equals to c, ex is a solution of y prime minus y is equals to 0. So, gagawin mo lang is i-perform mo yung differential equation ng y is equals to c, ex. No? So, ayan, alam natin na siya ay eliminate mo ng ones, no? So, derivative mo ng ones, that is c times yung ex natin times 1, yung derivative ng x. Okay? So, y prime is equals to cex. Okay? So, ngayon, ito yung y prime mo. Ito yung another equation mo. So, y prime minus y is equals to 0. Substitute mo lang cex, tapos yung value ng y minus cex is equals to 0. Since this is indeed equal to 0, satisfied na yung differential equation. So, meaning, yung given natin na y, therefore, yung y o yung solution natin is a solution for the differential equation na y prime minus y is equals to 0. Okay? Pinakita lang kung solution siya. Question dito? Okay, another one. So, yan. So, show that itong function daw na to, so ito yung tatawagin nating yx o yung solution natin. And then, ito yung ating differential equation. No? So, kailangan eliminate lang natin yung constant nito. Okay? Sa differential equation, ang derivative ng cosine is negative sine x dx. Okay? So, dito, y prime, so negative 1 multiplied by negative sine x times 1 plus 0 kasi constant yun. So, y prime is equals to sine x. Okay? Since equal yung ating differential equation dito, no? So, since y prime is equals to y prime, so yung y prime natin is equals to sa differential equation natin. Therefore, yung yx natin is the solution for the differential equation y prime is equals to sine x. Okay? So, proving lang to. Okay? Then meron siyang gantong form na pwede din. Find the solution to the initial value problem. So, huwag kayong mataranta pag may nabasa kayong ganyan. So, ibig sabihin lang niya meron siyang mga may mga given siyang condition na pwede mong i-substitute. Okay? And then, if the general solution to the given equation is known to be yx, yan. So, ito yung ating yx, no? So, papakita natin kung magiging ito yung differential equation natin, no? So, kung magiging ganyan yung differential equation natin or magiging equal sila with each other. Okay? So, find the solution to the initial value problem. Okay? So, yung ating equation is ito. Since meron tayong dalawang arbitrary constant, so derive natin twice. So, that is cosine 2x times 2 plus c2 negative sine 2x times 2 Simplify. So 2C1 cosine 2x minus 2C2 sine 2x. Okay? Yan yung first derivative natin. Second derivative, we have 2C1 negative sine 2x times 2 minus 2C2 cosine 2x times 2. Okay? Simplify. We have negative 4C1 sine 2x minus 4C2 cosine 2x. Okay? And then, apply natin yung initial value problem natin. No? So dito sabi niya, kapag first derivative, no, yung x natin ay 0, ang y prime natin ay 1. Okay? So dito natin i-apply yun. Okay? Sabi niya, kapag ang y prime, kapag ang x ay equals to 0, so ang ibig sabihin nito is kapag ang x is equals to 0, ang y prime natin ay equals sa 1. Yun ang ibig sabihin. No? Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pag nilagay natin 0, so y prime is equals to 2c1 cosine of 2, 0 minus 2c2 sine 2 times 0 is equals to yung y prime gawin na natin 1. Okay? So ano bang magiging sagot? Ano bang cosine 0? So this will be 0 na. This will be 0. Ang cosine 0 ay equal sa 1. Ang sine 0 ay equal sa 0. So makukuha natin yung unang value for C1. So C1 natin magiging 1 is equals to 2C1 or C1 is equals to 1 half. Okay? Next, yung second condition natin, kapag y is equals to 0, kapag ang x ay y, 0 is equals to 0, ibig sabihin niya kapag ang x ay equals to 0, y is equals to 0. So sa original equation tayo. So dito yon. Huh? So 0 is equals to C1 sine 2 times 0 plus C2 cosine 2 times 0. So this will be 0 na. Then this will be equals to 1. So C2 natin is equals to 0. So meron tayong value ng C1 and C2. So sasubstitute natin yun dito sa y double prime natin. So y double prime is equals to negative 4. C1 natin is 1 half sine 2x minus 4. C2 natin ay 0 cosine 2x. Okay? So, this will be 0 na. So, yung y double prime natin will be negative 2 sine 2x. Okay? Since ito yung ating, ito yung nakuha nating solution, pag yun yung nakuha ang solution, this is the solution dun sa problem. Since this is an example of initial value problem, hindi natin kailangan satisfy yung proving kasi meron tayong conditions, boundary conditions, no? Itong condition na to, itong sinasubstitute natin. So, ang pwede maging answer diyan is yung final answer natin na wala siyang arbitrary constant na kasama. So parang ginawa lang natin is in-identify natin yung solution for the given differential equation. O yung solution solution for the given differential equation. Okay? Or meron akong namaling derivation. Let me check. So first one, C2. 2C1 So 1/2. Okay. Okay, question? So, kung medyo naguluhan
Sir, may
dito sa
question
last
po ako.
part. Yes, yes.
Yung, nandito po ako sa may cosine to 0. Paano po siya naging 1?
Ito,
Yes po.
2 times 0 is 0. And then, kapag in-input mo sa calcu, cosine 0 ay equal sa 1. Or baka naka-radian yung calcu mo kaya hindi siya nag-equal to 1. Dapat naka-degrees yung calcu. So, pakita natin, no?
Okay po sir, naging 1 po siya.
So, pero pakita ko na din for the benefit of everyone. So, cosine 0. Yeah. 1 siya. Okay? So, dapat ito, no? Tingnan nyo to, dapat letter D yung nakalagay sa taas ng calcu nyo. Pag hindi, change it by shift, mode, and then select mo yung degree. Kasi dapat naka-degree. Pag naka-radian, iba yung value niya. Okay? Ayan. Kasi pag naka-radian siya, bawa na R yung nakalagay, no? Then cosine 0, same ba siya? Parehas pala. So, parehas pala siya sa radian. Well, dapat always set your calculus sa degrees. Okay? So, ayan. So, that ends our lecture for today regarding our topic na arbitrary constant and then parang application, ano, yung mismong ginawa natin for families of curves tsaka solution para sa differential equation. Okay? Do you have any question or concern before we end our session today? Who would like to clarify?
Sir,
Yes.
ang preliminary po ba namin ay hanggang doon lang po? Hanggang doon po doon sa last nating ano.
Yes. According dun sa outline natin, hanggang dun lang. Pero kung gusto nyo dagdagan ng isa pang topic, pwede naman.
Hindi na po, sir.
Okay. So for practice na lang siguro, for let me end lang yung ating
Sir, may ano